Good evening, everyone. So, our project is promoting healthy eating and balanced diet. So, the agenda of our project is improvements from professor, feedback, team members, problem statement, project description, personas, minimum viable product, technologies, architecture diagram, sprint 4 recap, product backlog, sprint backlog, metrics, retrospective, sprint 6, project demo, application demo, GitHub link, live application demo. So our team members are Satvik as backend developer, myself backend developer too, Naresh as QA tester, Mansa as front-end developer, Brunda as database administrator. So Professor suggested us to update project description, change architecture diagram, change the format of product backlog, user stories and acceptance criteria, change metrics, change the format in which we write our test cases. So improvements we made, we updated our project description, we changed our architecture diagram and added other diagrams too. We made changes to product backlog and user stories. We updated metrics. We changed the format of our text cases. So the team working agreement, all the team members of the team are expected attend meetings that happen twice over the week, and in case of absence, person must contact the teammates for the information. Tasks are to be divided between each member of the team, and the members of team should stay committed to the deadlines of the task that they are assigned. Each member of the team are expected to brainstorm and come up with unique ideas, making sure every teammate providing the equal amount of contribution and providing feedback within the team so that they can perform better. In case if any person in the team faces issues, uh, he should contact other person in the team. So the problem statement of our project is a health casual who doesn't particularly care about chlorine counting needs a way to get a good idea of how healthily they are eating. Most of the fitness apps focus on tracking calories, but they don't include the feature that helps them to know calories from the food that they are eating. And we are trying to solve it using deep learning. Food classification is a challenging problem due to the large number of food categories. Calorie estimation that helps in calculating number of calories in a recipe. Food classification brings out ingredients in a recipe and maintain calories that help in calculating number of calories based on age, height and activity, and a recipe generation that helps us to create recipe from the set of inputs that we give are part of our project. And the project description will be discussed by Naresh. Thank you.
Thank you, Varun. Thank you, Varun. So here is the project description. So our project title, we put our title is Tiny Coders. So our project briefly discussion is so we are providing the customers a healthy living habits with proper nutrients and workout with techniques, features according to the user customization. So how does it help to the user? So we provide the details of the dietitian, personal trainers, nutritions, and the gym nearby once the user register and subscribe. So here is a GitHub link for this project. So here is the project description. So we want to provide a digital health and wellness web application designed to help user shed the pounds and get active, nutrition tracker, water tracker, workout and weight tracker. So operating from a freemium model, the platform offers users the opportunity to monitor and track their daily calorie intake. So get personalized advice from a team of professionally qualified nutritionists and fitness experts and suggest proper diet flow to the user. So using deep learning techniques, we are trying to implement all these features into our application. So here is a calorie estimation. So a well-balanced diet is one that contains all the essential elements that the human body needs, like carbohydrates, lipids, vitamins, minerals, proteins, fiber, and water are all essential components in a well-balanced diet. So a nutrition well-balanced diet lower the risk of disease and enhances the general health. So here is a formula for this. And here is the personas. As you can see, we have five. And this first one is Alina. Her age is 32 years. She is dietitian. So she graduated with her doctorate from the University of Bridgeport School of Chiropractic. Her work experience is spent over 5 years in healthcare industry and has a patience for understanding human biomechanics. And she is registered with the Commission of CDR. And her interest is she loves long rides, cooking, athletics, and human performance. And her goal is to collaborate with the top EHR system handling companies to update the EHR system and need to hire few faculties who helps her in maintaining the data of clients. The second one is Zuan, 26 years, software developer at Apple. So her problem is she's suffering from nutrition deficiency, lactose intolerance, has signs of B12 and suffering from dry skin, several hair fall. So treatment, medication for malnutrition, including supplementation, proper diet, lifestyle, and eating disorder. So the mainly is work pressure. So it is difficult for Zuan to handle her job and the work pressure that due to hectic schedule. And her goal is as calcium deficiency can reduce bone strength and leads to osteoporosis, which is characterized by fragile bones. Zuan wants to take the supplements with food containing vitamins in order to maintain balance. And the third one is Alex. He's 29 and his profession is gym trainer. Experience, Alex is head coach of Mighty Transformation Program, and his passion is to help people change their lives in the simplest and the most realistic way. He believes everyone deserves the right to good health and to be happy with themselves inside and out. He is interested in lifting, dancing, cycling, volunteering, hiking, and Alex is mindful of which his clients eat is just as crucial as the routine. In order to bring in healthy life and healthy mind, he wants to become established fitness professional. So he helps his client to reach the individual goals with unique diet plans. And next one is Hannah. Her age is 23. So she has a high school diploma in arts and music, performing arts. So with a coaching in modeling workshop from New York Fashion Institute. So her she profession is a model and YouTuber with 1 million subscribers. Her interest in Hannah enjoys exercising, yoga, attending fashion workshops, shopping, and painting. So it is difficult for her to find work that pays well, dealing with criticism, and managing her time and finances. So her goal is being a public figure. Hannah decided to maintain proper health along with a healthy and diet. So she wants to be a role model in her pursuing career. Here is the minimum viable product. So from here, Bruna will explain this. Thank you.
Uh, thank you, Naresh. And so this is our minimum viable product. So particularly, we try to focus on a few features for this sprint. So these are the tools and technologies that we have included in our project. So we used React for our front end, and React is based on JavaScript. And for backend, we used Node.js and Express.js, and AWS, we used it for deployment. We used MongoDB as our database, and for testing, we used Cypress. We used Postman and Rapid API for the purpose of API, and we used Figma as a development tool. We are testing our browser in using Google Chrome, and Visual Studio Code is our code editor. So like our application is a web application that runs on top of deep learning algorithms. Images are collected and stored in the front end of the application, and then the images are fed to images are fed to the backend using and the data is collected in a separate database called FileZilla, and that is passed to a deep learning algorithm which brings out the components in the food, and the output is visible in the front end. So this is the sequential architecture diagram of our application. So this is the sequential architecture diagram of our application. So user first registers, then logins to our application. Then user lands on home page after logging in, and he can log out from the application. And all the features are in the home page of our application, and that can be used by the user. So this is going to be the next is the class diagram. So this is our class diagram in which data profile, data food plan, food history, and data ingredients are the classes, and profile ID, plan ID, history ID, food ID, and ingredients ID are our primary keys. So in data profile, things like activity, address, age of the person, carbohydrates, these are the things that are included in data profile. And in food plan, we generally have the type of meal that the user is particularly going to have. In food, we have the quantity of the food and also the macronutrients. And that's it for class diagram. And then this is our class diagram of the application. A new member logins with username and password, and the credibility is checked by database. If he's not a member of our application, it shows that the existing user is a new number. If the credentiality is validated, then he's directed to homepage of our application. The following are user sequence diagrams for new user and existing users. A new user has to go through registration and validate inputs, and the data gets stored into database. But for an existing user, he doesn't need to go through registration process. He can directly log in, and then it gets validated. Then and the database is used to validate the credentials. And following sprint 4 recap will be explained by Manasa.
Thank you, Satvik. So sprint 4, for sprint 4, we worked on a tech paper, like we started working on the tech paper, and we created signing and login pages, and we have added new features for the application. We worked on more stories and designed the backend and working on the database. And the product backlog. So the product backlog here in Sprint 5, as a new user, I want to navigate through the homepage, features, about, and find contact information. And as a new user, I should be able to scroll through the website and see all the features in it. As a new user, I should be able to share all the info by the writing names, goals, and contacts and submit the information. And a user can log out from the web page by pressing out logout button. Research on deep learning algorithms is done. So that's the task for the Sprint 5 backlog. For Sprint 5, we have planned a few stories. which are the same for the sprint 4. And the things that we have added, the stories that are added more are we have to complete the last sprint backlog, and new stories are planned for the sprint for the next sprint. And sprint 5 and user stories. For sprint 5 user stories, we have, as a new customer, I want to navigate through the homepage and features so that I can find information about the features. And the acceptance criteria is the scenario. The customer wants to navigate through the homepage. Given I am in the role of a logged in customer, when I click a home button, then the system shows me the homepage. As a new customer, I want to scroll through the website so that I can see the features in it. The scenario will be the customer will be scrolling through the website. Given I am in the role of logged in customer, when I scroll through the website, then the system shows me the website. As a new customer, I want to share my information, the fitness goal, so that I get informed, so that the information gets stored. So the customer wants to share the information and goals. Given I am in the role of logged in customer, when I enter the information and fitness goals, then the system shows me the info about it. As a new customer, I want to log out from the website so that he gets logged out of the website. And the scenario will be the customer wants to log out of the website. Given I am in the role of logged in customer, when I clicked on log out, then it gets log out of the website. So the test cases are we have added the test cases from the beginning. So if the user clicks the each feature and is the direct to more details of the features, the more details of the features will be displayed. If the user clicks about, the about section will be opened. And if the user clicks LinkedIn icon, we will be redirecting it to the LinkedIn profile. If the user clicks on an Instagram icon, it will be redirected to the Instagram. If the user gives the name, features, and message, that message will be successful. It will be sent to the application. And we have added the other things also. If the users clicks the sign out button or to log out, it will automatically log out from the website. If the user navigates to the catalog of the feature, it will add the credentials of the customer. If the user clicks on the service catalog and finds about the features, the user will finds about the features which are capable of. And the stories completed and incompleted are, as a new user, I want to navigate through the home page and features about to find the contact information. As a new user, I should be able to scroll the website and see all the features in it. As a user, I should be able to share my information and get the contact details that are submitted. As a new user, log out from the web page by pressing the logout button, and we have the research algorithm that is done. And the metrics will be discussed by Brunda. Thank you. ఒక్క నిమిషం slide photo. Thank you, Mansa. So here is metrics. Here we have a team velocity chart. So these are the committed and completed story points for the sprint 5, which we have, and the next one is team historical velocity, and the average is calculated. So here are the story points for every sprints which we have done, and from the completed and committed story points, we have calculated an average velocity for all the sprints. And the next comes the burn down chart. So here is the story point for some of the dates for work, remind, and the guidelines. And the next one is
committed and completed ratio. So this is the completed and committed ratio for every sprint. Initially, tasks were completed as expected, but coming to sprint 4 and 5, tasks were lagged from the committed task. And here is the retrospective. So here what went well. Meetings went according to the scheduled manner, and the team members complemented each other, uh, and priorities were clear and members took into the account. The collaboration was great in our period sessions. We tried to finish the deliverables on time, and here are the points which what we didn't go well. So took more time to work on the login page and the sign up which was done. So we did not add good number of user stories for the print, and a deadline on when things need to be completed, and getting updates on every meeting was not met. Did not finish hands on deep learning algorithms. Here is what we did to improve. Need to improve time management and spend more time to work on the deliverable. Finish research on deep learning algorithm and start focusing on sprint 6. And each member need to take initiative and work on the deliverables. Team should also focus on timely integration and deployment. Here is the sprint 6. So here are the stories planned for the sprint 6. So as a new user, when we want to reset the password, if I forget one, so that I can log in again. And the second story is if a new user wants to edit my personal information, so that I can get recommendations based on the changing of the information. Third story, user story, as a new user, if I want to upload an image of a recipe, so that I can get information about the recipes. And the task of research on deep learning algorithms. And the last one is finishing technical paper. So here are the application screenshots, which will be discussed by Mansa.
Thank you, Brinda. So this is how the application will look like. Once you enter into the application, you can give your calorie. There will be a calorie calculator over here. So you have to mention your age, gender, height, weight, and like activity, and next goes to the calculation. So once your weight and age is calculated according to the height, you will get the results. So you can choose how much weight loss you want to do. So you can register through your email and get subscribed to it. Once you got registered to the application, you will directly go to this page, so that you can customize your requirements. So this is the app Redefine Me. Here you can see the recipe, calories, food, diet, and contact. And below you can see about also. So these will be the features. Uh, so here is the GitHub link, and thank you.